Kamu nagpaminaw sa BYAR 765 SMNI Radio Cebu, kapartner mo sa balita o serbisyo.
Serbisyong kapartner ng bayan. Kapartner ng bayan. Ania ang tulumanong mo paila sa lain-laing ahensya, organisasyon, personalidad o individual nga andamugahin sa ilang serbisyong kapartner ng bayan. Atong sayron ang mataglaka nga nabuhat na ug angay pang buhaton alang sa ikauswag sa matag komunidad ug sa nasud sa kinatibuk-an. Serbisyong kapartner ng bayan. Ania na ang atong kapartner nga makauban karon.
Major League Pickleball, it went from 1 million to 40 million in 4 years. Now we're seeing that here in the Philippines. We're seeing amazing explosive growth in the number of courts, amazing facilities like this, and with partners like Cosmos and the new Helios facility, I think Manila, and I think the Philippines is in a great place to be one of the best places to play and also one of the biggest sources of talent for the pickleball world. We hit 40 million players in the U.S. already. Now a new goal for this sport is to get to 400 million players worldwide by 2030. If we reach that goal, this will be the most played sport in the world. And I think it is something I will be talking about with Cosmos and other people this week. I think the Philippines is incredibly well positioned to be the home, the center of pickleball in Asia, and also the center of pickleball in the world. It's a great place to come. You come to a place like Cebu, you get an amazing facility, you get friendly people to play with, great beach to go to, it's affordable, and it's a very welcoming country. I think everyone in the world will want to come to the Philippines to come and play pickleball. It's an amazing opportunity. And I look forward to the day when Philippine players who are already moving up and up in the world rankings will be at the very, very top. It's an honor to be here. I mentioned one thing is how many different sports in the world are truly global sports. There's soccer or football, there's basketball, maybe volleyball, badminton, tennis, but there are not very many. Pickleball is that now. We've already had competitions and tournaments on 6 continents, and I'm working on teaching the penguins a little bit so we can get to Antarctica too. If I can work on those penguins, we're going to get to 7. This is a worldwide sport. This is amazing, and it's just a joy and honor to be here today. I can't wait to see these talented young players this weekend. So thank you all very much. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you so much, Steve. And you are right. The Philippines is a great place to build pickleball, especially because of the Ilala effect, right? Even if we're not all playing tennis, but we're playing pickleball, it's very similar. A lot of people are looking up to Alex Ilala because it is a similar sport, right? We're trying to get there. So thank you so much, Steve. And now, one of our speakers today who is joining us on the panel as well. To walk us through the tournament structure, competition format, and what makes the adult categories PCL 19 Rising Stars competition format, please welcome the tournament director of the team, founder and chairman of the Cebu Professional Pickleball Association, Incorporated, Mr. Cesar Guerrero.
Good morning to everyone. Ryan, good morning, Mr. James. Thank you so much for this opportunity. To also happening to Steve Cruz, Gigi Masada. This is a great opportunity for us Cebuanos, and giving us this opportunity as well to be part of PCL Asia. We can find the best players here in Cebu. So we look forward to working here in the near future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ginto. And now our final speaker, the head referee for PickleFest 2026 FECL U19 Rising Stars. With her extensive experience and deep knowledge of the game, she ensures fair play and upholds the highest standards of officiating throughout the tournament. Her dedication to the sport has been instrumental in shaping competitive pickleball in the region. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Gigi Maseda.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored to be here. I'm included as the head referee for this Cebu leg. I was also the head referee for Davao leg, and I really enjoyed the play that has been coming out of the Rising Stars. The kids are just phenomenal when it comes to the play and how they actually work together as a team. So kudos to their coaches as well as to everyone here, because I think that Rising Star is going to excel in China, where we will be soon. So as far as the actual tournament play, there will be the Pickle Fest, which is the amateurs that will be playing starting tomorrow until Friday. And then the Rising Stars will be playing on Saturday and Sunday if possible. But it will be a great event to watch. So if you haven't seen pickleball before, please come and watch and spectate. But just be quiet when no heckling, no coaching before before timeout. So I am there, and my team of officials will be making sure that all of the plays on the court will be officiated, as well as making sure that there is fair play and a wonderful tournament experience for the players themselves. So between all of us here on this panel, we want to make sure that the game of pickleball is actually going to be in the Philippines for a long time. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gigi. Thank you, Sir Cesar, Steve, and Richard. I know you guys have questions, but let's ask those later. But we also, before we begin our exhibition game, we would like to recognize the wonderful venue that is hosting us today. Allow me to introduce the owner of Net and Paddle, a premier facility that has become one of the key hubs for the growing pickleball and paddle sports community here in Cebu City. The venue and courts are truly exceptional, making PickleFest 2026 an amazing experience for all participants. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Ferdinand Lupo, owner of Net and Paddle.
Hi, good morning to everyone. First of all, my name is Ferdinand Ludo, not Ferdinand Lupo. Okay, I'd like to welcome Richard Bachman, Steve Kuhn, Gigi Maseda, and Cesar Quinto, as well as the people of Sunrise Events, the people of Cosmos, and the various media group. This is actually the first venture of our family business. We do work into sports facility, specifically the pickleball. It is a great honor since we just opened last December, just 3 months ago, that our place is being chosen by PCL Asia, PCL Philippines as the venue for the first PCL here in Cebu. Daghang kayong salamat, Ana, and we are truly honored, and we pray that in the near future that the future events of PCL will still be held here. Thank you so much, and wishing this momentous event a great success. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.
For questions, please raise your hand, wait to be acknowledged. Once called, kindly introduce your name and media team. Good morning, we have one here.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Juan Lewis, sports writer, Cebu Daily News Digital. My question is for Sir Cesar. Sir, since you're one of the pioneering pickleball personalities here in Cebu, and you're the tournament director also of this event, how big is our pickleball community here in Cebu? And how excited is the community for this tournament? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. To be honest, there's many players are still growing. I can't even count anymore. There's a lot of players that's been built, and there's more coming. And we know that Cebu is like the center, the heart of the Philippines, or the very center where access to everyone. So Cebu right now, when it comes to number, I can't figure out how big it is, but it's become really, really big. And there's a lot of businesses right now, we're open into building a lot of courts. Before the end of this year, the aim is gonna have more courts than the rest of the islands of the Visayas and Mindanao.
My final question is, what is the most common age category or the age groups of our pickleball community here in Cebu?
Historically, when I first started playing pickleball back in Canada in 2017, mostly players by older people. But right now, the younger ones are getting into it, and the school's getting into it. But right now, there's more players between 40s to 50s, and I've been training someone that's just 86 years old. And I play also, I'm 82 years old back in Canada. But the school right now is getting into it. And in fact, I've been training and been coaching with the Power School, Southwest School, with elementary and high school. So I tell them, so the schools are getting into it now. Now the transitions from the older ways of playing the pickleball plus the younger ones are coming in, they change, the transitions are us getting faster in how to play pickleball. So we have more youngers right now, and we're getting into it. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Cesar. Yes, indeed, it's been very popular in different age brackets. Yes, Ms. Gigi.
I'd like to add to that is that pickleball is actually ageless. So you can be playing with a 7-year-old, a 12-year-old, teenagers, your grandmother, your mother, father, and anybody in between, everybody in between. So it is really a all-inclusive sport. So it's a fun sport, very social, and after all, us, even here in the Philippines, even anywhere in Canada, United States, everywhere, pickleball is so much fun. Okay, and after the fun continues off of the court. We have potlucks, we have food, we have all kinds of gatherings. In my club, we also have karaoke. So it's all inclusive, and it's just a wonderful sport to be included and play.
Yeah, can I add?
Go ahead, sir.
Can I add? That was a good question, the first question. I'll go back to that first question. It is also good to know, first of all, how many clubs, how many players, how developed the players are. So when the NSA, yung Philippine Pickleball Federation, comes in and helps out, it'll be easier. They'll have an easier time in getting information and developing. So I challenge also, sir, to actually find out how many clubs and how many kids we have, even the age bracket po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Alright, I'm sure you have other questions for you. Ano ba bang sumita ka na naman kayo?
Robbie from RMS.
What kind of training or support will qualifying teams receive before competing internationally?
Great. So the winning team here will qualify to travel to Hainan Island in China to what we call the Asia Elite Pickleball Academy. There's an academy that will be staffed by some of the best players in Asia who will be teaching them. The idea is to create, if you're a tennis fan, you might remember the Voluntary Academy in tennis. We want to create an academy of that level. A residential academy where you're there living, eating, training full time. That's what Asian players really need to be able to do to be able to get to the next level. And so this academy will be hosting the event for PCL. The winning teams that we've already had from Davao and from Manila will be attending, and a team from here from Cebu will be attending, along with teams from Japan, Malaysia, Indonesia, China, India, maybe even we heard of a team from Russia coming. They announced they might want to join us as well. So they will have a chance to compete. They'll have a chance to train with some of the top pros in Asia, but also a chance to have fun and to get to know the other players. And I really look forward to, the three teams here from the Philippines will have a great chance to meet each other and get to know each other. I think, again, what I said earlier, the Philippines has a chance to really be at the very highest of this sport. And with the kind of efforts that we're seeing from everyone here and from this venue, I really believe that can be the case, that the Philippines could be the center of this sport, producing the top talent in this sport, just like we're seeing now with Alex Yala. That could be happening in pickleball for us here in the Philippines in the short run.
Yes.
Good morning. I first gonna ask Sir Steve and ask the rest as well. So why do you think pickleball has become so popular lately, and globally first, then the locally it's now Sir Dick and
I'm echo some of what Gigi says. It's just incredibly fun. Everyone can get on the court, and within 5 minutes, if you haven't played before, please grab a paddle and try it for 5 minutes. You'll be having fun. This is kind of a modest thing. It's hard for me to admit this, but in the last month, I've lost to a 74-year-old and I've lost to an 11-year-old. That's painful, but that tells you something about this sport. And frankly, I think this sport. One thing I talk about is, where was badminton invented? It was invented in the UK, in England. How many players in England in the top 50? None. Where was squash invented? England. In other words, although this sport was originated in America, I think there will be a day when the top players will be from all over the world, including the Philippines. That'll happen very quickly.
Follow-up question.
so for people who wants to learn pickleball, what are the basic skills that you have to start playing?
I would say the first thing you should do is just go out and hit some balls and have some fun. Don't get too worried about the rules or anything else. Just get on the court. It's your first time. Hit the ball around. You'll see how much fun it is. And then, as you get addicted, which I predict that might happen to you, then find a local player or some local coaches to help teach you a little bit about the rules, learn how the strategies work. It only gets more fun. But I say, don't worry too much at the beginning. Just go out and hit a few balls. It'll be okay. You'll have fun.
Rules are important, however, Steve. But yes, so you can just go out, but please wear the proper shoe attire. You do not want to mark up this beautiful court with some soul-marking shoes. I believe Mr. Ludo will be upset at that. So please wear the appropriate shoe wear if you are going to go out on the court. All right. Do you have additional questions here? Yes, sir.
Ian Vivian from City Philippines. We want to see people of the Philippines hosting an international event. And what are you guys doing to get to that level?
Okay, together with the Philippine Pickleball Federation, the Philippine Sports Commission, and Cosmos, we are hosting the PPA Asia this coming Jan 2027. And we are in the planning stage now. We are building a temporary facility in Bridgetown to accommodate this tournament.
Thank you. Do you have further questions?
Good morning, Jonas from BYLA. How much prices are at stake for this tournament?
So the winning team and their coach will get an all-expense paid trip to Hainan for a week of training and competition, and then the winning team at that competition, at the international competition, will win a scholarship for 13 weeks to train at AEPA, which we priced at $10,000 value. So the winning team will each receive a $10,000 value US dollar scholarship to AEPA. In addition to that, not only will the winning team get scholarships, but we're going to find outstanding players on other teams and award them scholarships as well. So we'll be awarding 6 other scholarships that way. So a total of 10 scholarships to this academy will be awarded. In addition to that, this week itself will be an amazing academy for players. So you get your trip to Hainan, you have an amazing experience, and if you're one of the top players, whether your team or individually, you'll have a chance to train. And I think 13 weeks at this academy will really can actually absolutely change the game. I've seen what players can do with training with top pros. So that's the prize here. In addition to that, because of our great sponsors with Ram Sports and RPM, every team that's entered today is going to walk out of here. Each player will walk out of here with 2 paddles to use. So every player and every team at all levels should feel like they're a winner. They're winning something. They're winning a chance to get equipment that they can use. In addition to that, they're going to have some fun and learn. And they might get a trip to Hainan, and then they might get a trip to this academy. And this is the kind of infrastructure we need to build in the Philippines and in Asia to grow to the top of the sport.
Thank you. So there's a lot at stake. Okay, we have additional questions. Hi, Steve. I asked this in Davao, but I wanted Cebu Press to also hear your answer. Because, guys, as Cesar said, pickleball is not yet, it's growing, but it can still grow. So I asked Steve in Davao, if you're a badminton player, a squash player, a table tennis player, or a tennis player, which of the sports will have an advantage in pickleball if you want to start playing pickleball? So he has a very interesting answer, so let's hear.
So there's 2 forms of pickleball. What you just saw played was doubles. That's the most common play. There is also singles. In singles, I think a tennis background is the most valuable because it's much more like tennis. If you see, it's like how fast movement and hitting a lot of ground strokes. It's very similar to tennis. When it comes to doubles, as Gigi instructed them, when you get to that kitchen line, it's all about hand quickness at some point. So I actually believe that table tennis is going to be the best predictor. I've seen some top Chinese players who are former table tennis champions come to pickleball, and they get very good very fast. So I think for doubles, I would say table tennis. For singles, I would say tennis.
There you go. Very interesting.
I'd like to add to that because I feel that coming from a tennis background myself, but also badminton, any type of sport that has a hand-eye coordination, whether it be golf, okay? Golf, you're looking at the ball, you're going to hit that little ball, right? So you have hand-eye coordination as well as in baseball. So that also applies. I think that it's not a racket sport, but if you do have hand-eye coordination, I think that would be a benefit for your game.
For sure. Skills that we have from other sports do transfer over very, very quickly. All right. Do you have additional questions here? Yes.
Hello, good morning. What I want to ask is, what's the economic impact with regards to tourism about the game?
I would say right now it's just beginning because we're just seeing the creation of facilities such as this. We need to let the world know through events like this that these facilities exist, that people can come here. I think, especially right now, where most of the players right now are in North America or in America, in an English-speaking country, of course, the fact that you could come here to the Philippines in a very welcoming country where people speak English, where it's beautiful, beautiful weather, beautiful beaches, and you can play pickleball and have an amazing experience. Once we tell that story, I think that will be a huge increase in what we'll see from pickleball tourism. And frankly, the Philippines has an advantage over any place in Asia. No other place has that combination of attributes, especially the English speaking, in a way that would be attractive to, I think, U.S. People that would want to come here and play and train. I think that will happen more and more over the next few years. So I think we're just on the beginning of that, but the Philippines has some unique advantages that I hope they will take advantage of.
Yes, yung sinabi ni Steve din ang tama, no? It's just starting, but once we actually host by Jan 2027, it will kick off the popularity of pickleball, and you'll see a lot of everyone getting more engaged in pickleball as well. Because you will also have a lot of pros coming over and competing in that event. So we have still time to actually build the sport, and once we actually host and they come Jan, and with a beautiful facility, then the sports tourism will kick off.
Maukadto ang tulumanong serbisyong kapartner ng bayan. Ubani kami ninyo sa sunod na higayon. Matag Lunes hangtod Biyernes sa susamang oras, 1:00 hangtod 2:00 hapon. Dinhi lamang sa DYAR 765 SMNA Radio Cebu.